Karaṇīya Metta Sutta. Though we say Karaṇīya Metta Sutta, in the sutra we start chanting as Karaṇīya Metta Kusalena. Not Karaṇīya Metta Kusalena. Karaṇīya Metta Kusalena. This sutra popularly known as Metta Sutta. The reason for the Buddha to preach this sutra is about 500 monks. I listened to several talks about this sutra to come to a conclusion of the real story behind the sutra. But I tell you, different monks say different stories about the sutra. So we don't know what is the real reason behind the sutra to preach this. The popular one is that the monks, having learned the objects of meditation, went to the forest at the foot of Himalaya mountains to meditate during the rains retreat. They sat under the trees. This is an ancient forest. Hundreds of years old trees are there. The monks are sitting under the tree. The virtues of the monks were so powerful that the deities on the trees couldn't bear the power of the monks. It is like some powerful guests come to your home. When those powerful ones come to your home, for a few days, you will bear it. You will bear the disturbance. Sometimes the best room in the house is given to the guest. You are living in the storeroom. You are living in the veranda. You are living in the living room by giving the room to the guest. Because the guest is powerful. For few days you will bear it. Because the guest is powerful. But after few days you will start nagging about it, talking about it, and we'll try to find some ways to get rid of the guest. The devas also like that. They bore up the presence of the monks for a few days. Okay, these are powerful ones, their virtues are very powerful. They bore up, they were patient, the presence of the monks for a few days, but the monks are not moving. They are sitting under the trees, they are not moving. Then the devas thought, we cannot do it anymore. Must find ways and means to get rid of these monks. They discussed and come to a conclusion. At night, we will create hallucinations for these monks. Foul smells. They don't know from where this smell is coming. Foul smells. Floating skeletons in the sky. Walking dead bodies, zombies are there. Sometimes at night They come and drag the monk down to the bed. At night they come and disturb the monks, they are asleep. All sorts of disturbances, hallucinations they created at night, and the monks are so afraid, nobody could sleep at night. But everybody thought, each and everyone thought, I am the one seeing this, others are not seeing. So nobody tells no one is telling the problem. They are not talking about the problem, but after 15 days, when they have to do rules and regulations, rituals, when they got together, they found each and every one of them looking pale, looking sick. Then they asked, what happened to you? Why are you looking sick? When you come here, you were looking so brilliant, so bright. You are so enthusiastic for meditation, to become enlightened soon, but now you look so pale and sick. What happened to you? Then everyone started explaining to each other, this is what is happening. Then they decided, this is not the right place. Still, we can observe the second vasa. Let's go back to the teacher, go back to the Buddha, and explains what happened. Let's ask his permission to move into another place, not this place. We cannot meditate here. They went to the Buddha, and Buddha said, no. It is your victory ground. You can be victorious there. You can become arahants there. Go back. But I tell you, I teach you a method to win the blessings, to win the heart of the gods, to win the hearts of the deities, and continue your practice without much harassment. So Buddha uttered this sutra, Karaṇīya Metta Sutta, as a protection as well as a guide for meditation. This sutra was uttered by the Buddha as a guideline, as an object of meditation. This sutra was used by the monks as an encouragement, as a reminding for the meditation. This sutra was used. So this sutra was used in both ways. One way as a protection, seeking the blessings from the extraterrestrial beings, devas, and also as the guideline for the meditation. So today we are trying to understand a little bit of this sutra. My purpose is to give you the right understanding, the correct understanding on this sutra. Word by word. We get the meaning, literal meaning, as well as the hidden meaning behind this sutra. This sutra is a composure, is composed with 10 verses. 10 verses. And this sutra is separated, the first part, the second part, and the third part. First part is the preparation, is the background, is the Sīla. The second part is Samādhi. The third part is Paññā. So Karaṇīya Metta Sutta is not at all completely directed to the metta itself, to the love itself. It is about Sīla, Samādhi and Paññā. So therefore we can genuinely say this sutra is the heart of Buddhism. This sutra is the spirituality of Buddhism. Because Buddhist spirituality, if you go deeper and deeper, it is based on Sīla, Samādhi, Paññā. Morality, meditation and wisdom. Yeah? So the beginning of the sutra is the preparation part of the sutra. The sutra begins with Karaṇīya Metta Sutta Yantam Santam Padam Abhisamecca Sakko Juca Sujuca Suvaco Chassa Mudu Anatimani. This is the first verse of the sutra. Karaṇīya Metta Sutta. Karaṇīyam Atta Kusalena. Though it says Matta Kusalena, when you separate it according to the Pali grammar, it should be Karaṇīyam, meaning that it should be done, that it should happen. Karaṇīyam. What is the opposite for Karaṇīyam? Akaraṇīyam. That which shouldn't happen, that which shouldn't have done. Akaraṇīyam. Karaṇīyam. It should have done. For Atta Kusalena. Atta Kusalena. Atta means your own. For one, his own self. Atta. Kusalena, well-being. It should have done, or it must have done, for one's own well-being. Now, Karaṇīyam, according to the Buddha, the real wisdom arises when the practice happens. Wisdom can arise by listening. Suttamaya Paññā. Wisdom which arises by listening. That's why people listen to the Dhamma. Certain type of wisdom arise, no argument, but not perfect, not finished. After you have listened, you must think first. Chintamaya Paññā. Should think about it. By thinking about it, you can find the hidden meaning behind the Dhamma. The depth of the Dhamma is little revealed when you think. Chintamaya Paññā, the second one. After you thought about it, then you understand the beneficiary, the benefits of it. Then you activate Bhavanamaya Paññā. You activate it, you put into action the Dhamma you thought, understood, The Dhamma, you thought that it is beneficial for me if I put it into practice. Don't waste any time. Put them into practice. Bhavanamaya Paññā. Karaṇīya bhavana. Then the Bhavanamaya Paññā will arise. That is the idea of this word. Karaṇīya. Don't limit it to the listening. Don't limit it only to the thinking. Activate it in your life. Karaṇīya. All the words of the Buddha is not just for listening or chanting and after that to think, but to activate step by step. Karaṇīya should be activated, should have done. For what? Atta kusalena. For your own well-being. Atta means your own, one's own. Kusalena, well-being. Now, Buddha used this term kusala for the well-being, for the benefit, for the advantage. Kusala, have you heard this term kusala? Yes, many times. Many a times in Buddhism, the kusala is used. But remember, there is a meaning behind this kusala. Kusala is translated as wholesome. What is the opposite for kusala? Yes, akusala. Akusala. Akusala means unwholesome. Yeah? Now there are 4 types of actions in Buddhism. Because of this kusala and akusala, there is another type which is called Paññā kriya, meritorious deeds, and apuññā kriya, sinful deeds. Papa kriya, apuññā kriya, sinful deeds. Yeah? 4 types of actions. Kusala kriya, akusala kriya, puññā kriya, apuññā kriya, or papa kriya. Now, here, kusala, Buddha says, your well-being is kusala, your benefit is kusala, your bliss, your advantage is kusala. How come kusala become our advantage? Because ku means bad, defilements, cankers, the ugly side, sala, destroy. Ku, bad, sala, destroy. Destroying the bad. Destroying the defilements. For the destruction of defilements, we call kusala. Then akusala means, what does it mean? What does akusala mean? Akusala means you stop destroying the bad. That means you are keeping the bad with you. You are not destroying it anymore. That is akusala. Now, full moon days, you observe precepts. Yeah. When you observe 8 precepts on the full moon day, you observe 4 out of 5 precepts. Another 4 precepts you observe on the full moon. Now, if you break the 5 precepts, what happens? You kill, you steal, you lie, you deceive, you drink, you get drunk. What happened? Your destruction, here and hereafter. Your life will go down of the ladder. You will be more into suffering than to the bliss. You are going down from the humanity. This is what happened with the breaking of these 5 precepts, or engaging on killing, stealing, lying, deceiving and getting drunk. Now, there are 4 precepts you observe other than these precepts. That is, not to eat after the sunsetting, after the sunset, not to eat. Not to wear perfume, powder, makeup, not to sit on high and luxurious chairs, not to touch money, if you observe the 10 precepts again, not to observe the dancing, singing, teledrama, cinema, music, carnal music, carnal dramas. Now, if you break these precepts which belong to the 8 or 10 precepts, what happened? Are you committing a crime if you eat after 12? Will you go to hell if you wear perfume and jewelries and these things? Dress up, do makeup. Will you go to hell? No. These precepts make sure that you are enabled to destroy your defilements. These precepts make sure that you are more closer to the truth than to the lie. These precepts ensure that you are more closer to the reality, understand the reality, than to be in the dream world. These precepts make sure that you are capable of destroying the cankers, defilements. If you preserve them, that means you are performing kusala kriya. If you break them, that means you are doing akusala. Akusala will not drag you down to the hell. Akusala means the performance of the akusala is to stop you getting closer to nirvana, but to attach you more to the world. That is the performance of akusala. Understand the difference between puññā kriya, kusala kriya. Puññā kriya are helpful for you to live this life and the next happily, peacefully, blissfully, more and more luxurious, more and more rich. That is puññā kriya. But the kusala kriya helps you to get closer and closer to nirvana. Closer and closer to get rid of attachment, get rid of suffering. Now, Karaṇīya Metta Kusalena. Karaṇīya should have done or should be done your own kusala, well-being. What is that well-being? That well-being is nirvana, destruction of suffering. That is the meaning of the first line. Karaṇīya Metta Kusalena. Yam tam santam padam abhisamicca. Yam, if anyone, tam santam padam, that peaceful state, santam padam, peaceful state. What is that peaceful state? Again nirvana. Again nirvana, peaceful state. Santam padam, abhisamicca. Abhisamicca. That is how it should be separated. Abhisamicca. Abhi. Have you heard this term abhi? Abhidhamma. What is the meaning of Abhidhamma? The deep Dhamma. Abhi. Abhisam icca abhisamicca. Icca means longing, long, desire, wish, aspire. Icca. If anyone deeply longing for that nirvana, for that santam padam, for that peaceful state, santam padam, peaceful state. If anyone deeply long, not just longing, deeply longing, if anyone deeply longing the santam padam, that peaceful state, that nirvana, that person should be engaged on activities. That is the second line. That's the meaning. Yam tang santam padam abhisamicca. Yam, if anyone, tang santam padam, that peaceful state, that is nirvana, abhisamicca, deeply long. Now Buddha says, if you long for nirvana, if you are aspiring nirvana, just aspiration is not enough. Okay? If by aspiration we can become nirvana, we can get the nirvana, we would have already got it. People aspire so much, but they don't get it. Nirvana is not that something that you can get it with the aspirations. But Buddha says, you must have a deep, strong aspiration for nirvana. If you have that deep aspiration, you must put into action. Karaṇīya should activate, should be putting into action. What you have to put into action? You have to create the base, environment within yourself for that peaceful state, santam padam. Okay? Now, first two lines. Buddha says that you must have a deep longing for nirvana. For that deep longing, then you are ready to sacrifice anything and everything to get that santam padam, peaceful state, that nirvana. That's the idea. Then he says, what are the requirements you have to fulfill before your practice happen? Before the real practice happen. First one he says, sakko. Sakko. Sakko has two meanings. One is clever. The second is capable. Remember, clever people are not always capable. But capable people are always clever. Sakko is capable. What are the capabilities you require? To continue. To continue your good work. You may be clever at meditation. When you sit down, very quickly you will be calm. You will calm down. You will quiet down. Your concentration can be very strong, powerful. You can be very clever. But can you capable enough to continue that? Day by day, same time, same place, at least 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes every day. Are you capable of continuing? Or are you looking for some excuses not to do that? forced even a slight reason, today is very hot, cannot meditate. I am very tired today, lot of work at office, cannot meditate. I ate too much, cannot sit anymore, cannot sit down now. That person is not sakho. That person is not capable to continue his practice. You see the cleverness. Maybe that person is very clever to concentrate very fast, but he is not capable of continuing. Capability to continue should be there. Then there are other capabilities. Two types of things that you should engage and disengage. Buddha says, in Pali we say charitra and varitra. Sanskrit, charitra, things that you should do. Varitra, things that you shouldn't do. In Pali, another terms given, samadhana and viramana. Samadhana and viramana. Samadhana means observing, to engage. Viramana is again observing, but to disengage. Disengage. About the 5 precepts, it is veramani. I disengage. If a person is living in an air-conditioned room like this, all the good people are here, nobody is talking, nobody is disturbing you, not even a mosquito is here. You no need to be clever, capable to protect or preserve the 5 precepts. Your 5 precepts will be preserved naturally. But when the demanding happens, are you capable of avoiding killing when your room is full of mosquitoes? Are you capable? That is the testing point where your sakho, your capability. When the demanding happens, can you capable? Can you be avoiding them? Now here you will not drink at all. But when you get together with the people, with the friends, all of them are drinking, can you be without drinking? Are you clever at it? Can you find some excuse not to drink it? If you can find it, then you are capable. Remember, sakho is to be practiced not in the forest, not in the desert, but in the marketplace, but in the city with the people. Your capability to safeguard your principle, not to break it, and to perform it also. Samadhana. Samadhana. I have seen number of people, they do merits sometimes, they continue for some time, then they get bored. They stopped it. Oh, this is boring. Cannot continue. The capability is not there. The willpower is not there. Remember, sakho is not clever, but the capability. Capability to continue the good. About the good and bad, Buddha says a very beautiful thing. Buddha says, if you want to do something bad, do it tomorrow. This is something very great. Buddha never says, don't do bad. Buddha says, do it tomorrow. Tomorrow never happens. In the place of tomorrow, only the today comes. Buddha says, do tomorrow. Why? Buddha knows our human consciousness, our human nature. We are the people, if we are told not to do it, we will find some way to do it. You want some people not to do something? Command them, don't do it. They will find some loophole, some technique to do it somehow. Buddha do not say, don't do this, don't do that. Buddha says, if you want to do bad, do tomorrow. If you want to do good, do it now. Don't delay it. Just do it now. Because doing good is very rare. Doing bad is very general, normal. You must have the sakho capability to do good. That is normal way, meditative way. In the meditation, you must be clever to continue your practice. You determine, I will sit for 10 minutes. By the time of 3 or 4 minutes or 5 minutes, you will find yourself some excuse. No, today 5 minutes enough. Not even 10 minutes you will go. You will not even complete 10 minutes. Some people say, when I say practice 2 minutes a day, they look at me as if I am joking. Can't this monk understand that we can practice more than that? But when you really put into practice, you find even 2 minutes is not that easy. Not that easy. Because our mind is so cunning. We'll find excuses not to do that. Of course, you can sit 2 minutes easily, but can you continue? Can you continue daily? Somehow 2 minutes to practice. That will be very difficult. But remember, for the practice, for the meditation, this quality should be developed. Sakho, capability should be developed. For the capability to develop, there must be 2 kinds of qualities that one must cultivate. Being patient and being mindful. Being patient and being mindful, one's capability can be developed very easily. That is the first requirement. The second one is uju. Sakho uju. Uju means uprightness of the life. Uprightness of our words. Uprightness of our actions. We can say transparency of our words and actions, of our life. Outward transparency. This is something very important in the family life, among the friends, even in a government. Transparency. It is something very hard to find. Transparency. They don't know how they got their money. My friends gave me birthday present. Cannot explain. No transparency. No transparency. Anywhere Buddha says, ujuja. Uprightness should be there. You must be able to look into the eye and talk. If a person who don't have that uprightness is a person who doesn't have a backbone. So, if as a monk, if I cannot look into your eyes and talk, If I don't have that uprightness, what is the point of being a monk and living in this life? If among the husband and family, between husband and family, that transparency should be there, nothing to hide. Honesty is there. Another word for ujucha, honesty. You can look into me, you can check, you can investigate anything. I have nothing to hide. That is called uju. Very rare to find, huh? Very rare to find. Buddha says, develop this quality within you. To the monks. Then you no need to worry about anything. You become fearless. You have no fears for anything, for anyone. Because for the monks, this uprightness is very important. People without uprightness, they are regretting. They cannot practice. If you are full of regrets, practice is very difficult, very hard to find. Uprightness is very important. Precepts, again this is Sīla, the part of the Sīla is there. Precepts make sure that your uprightness is preserved. With the precepts, your uprightness is preserved. Nothing to regret will happen if you are preserving your precepts. That is the benefit of precepts. Precepts make sure that we will not regret about our past. Uprightness is preserved with the precepts. A monk in the morning woke up and went to the nearby pond. The pond is full of lotuses. Sweet scent is spreading everywhere. Then this monk took a long breath to enjoy that beautiful sweet scent of the flowers. A deity living in the tree started shouting, "Thief, thief, thief." Then the monk looked around. Nowhere to find a thief there. Then he asked, "To whom you are calling a thief?" "I am calling a thief to you, monk. You are a thief." "What did I steal?" "You stole the sweet smell of the flowers." Then the monk said, "This is free. This is just in the air. I just smelled them." Then the devas said, then this deity says, "If an unrighteous man does a grave karma, we do not care about it. We do not concern about it much. But if a righteous person does a little bit of mistake, we take it as a grave one." So remember, when you are righteous, many people are looking at you, many people are focusing on you. You cannot do even a little bit mistake. Yeah? Taking a long breath of sweet smell. This sutra comes in the Samyutta Nikaya. Taking a long breath of sweet smell was stealing in the eyes of devas. Uprightness is very hard to manage. Uju, Buddha says. It should be there. It is helpful for meditation. That is why before the meditation, Buddha's advice is to observe the precept. Because it is your standpoint, it is the help for your uprightness. So in the meditation, not only sitting upright, but also psychologically upright. Yeah, should be there. Uju. Then the sujucha. In the books it says extremely upright. or highly upright. But how can you be extremely upright or highly upright? Because when you are upright, when you are honest in the heart, then you are highly upright. We can be, or we can show off our honesty in our action, in our words, but we can do some sin by mind. Nobody see that. Nobody will scold us. Anybody or anyone in the world, everyone in the world will do sin secretly, privately. No one will see it. Yeah? Only the Buddhas, only the Arahants can be without private sins, secret sins. That is why we call Buddha Yathavadi Tathakari. Buddha says, you come and investigate me, whether I walk on what I talk. You come and see whether I talk on what I walk, whether I do what I say, whether I say what I do. You come and investigate. I have nothing to hide. Everything is revealed honestly, nothing to hide. That is why we give him an honorary name, Araham. Meaning of Araham is he does not perform any bad even in secret. One of the meanings. There are many meanings for Araham. One of the meaning is he does not perform any sinful action even in secret. Now, if Buddha doesn't do that, that means rest of the world must be doing this. Yeah? So we may not, of course we will keep our accounts correctly, the budget correctly. We are clear in the outer sense, outer world. Of course, by paper, anybody can do that. And many people can do it. But though we can show our honesty by paper, can we be honest to ourselves? Buddha says, he is the only one. Arahants are the only one honest in actions, in words, and in the heart. To the perfect level. But if somebody cannot be honest to the perfect level, but at least try to be, little by little, to be doing what you talk, what you don't talk, not to do, not to show off. People talk, people do things, but in their hearts, in their system, that what they talk and do are not there. Sujucha means honesty in the heart. Not, now book says, being upright to extreme or to the higher. But I tell you, here being upright in the heart. That's the meaning of sujucha. Then the next one, suvacho. Suvacho. Vacho means words. Suvacho. Pliable to the words. That means becoming a person obedient, who is obedient. A person who can listen, who is capable of listening. Obedience in the sense, if a person becomes so arrogant, you cannot train him on the right path, on the path of the Dhamma. Obedience is needed when we are growing up to the parents, to the teachers, to the elders. That obedience is a need for our right growing up, correct growing up. That obedience makes us the right people that the society need. But of course, on the other way, parents should make them obedient on the right way. If they make them obedient on the wrong way, in the wrong way, that character, that life is gone to the wrong side. Because remember, we are nothing but a creation by the society. We are nothing but imitators. We are never original. Our originality is forgotten. Person who was born in this body is forgotten. But the person who is created in the body is there. Created by whom? By the people. By the parents we are created. We follow them. We follow their advice. We try to live like them. Be like them. Unknowingly, unconsciously we are doing it. Because that much of impression given to us. Religion, same thing. What our parents follow, we follow unconsciously. You cannot get rid of a person if that person is given a religion before his age of 9. If a child is given a religion, you cannot get rid of that person from that religion. That is the nature of the religion. Because before the age 9, whatever you give to that child, that whatever you teach to that child, they go to the unconsciousness of that child. Then it becomes a part of his life. You cannot get rid of him from that belief, from that attitude, from that religion. We are nothing but imitators. But it is a need, social need. We cannot live forever. That is why we have to produce next generation to pass our knowledge. This is the part of our continuity. Otherwise, we are not immortals, we are not eternal beings. We are going to die one day. So we have to pass on our knowledge to another generation. Our parents passed their knowledge to us. But for that, obedience is a need. But parents themselves have to remember, have to be mindful of themselves, what they are passing on to the next generation. If they pass the wrong thing to the next generation, you are growing up, you are generating a wrong sapling in this society. In the Dhamma way, Buddha says, this suacho is a need in the sense you don't know the path, you don't know the result. Master knows, I don't know. I succumb myself to the master. Whatever master shows me, I accept. If I create a wall between me and the master, master cannot guide me. I must be obedient. No option, because I don't know. With the understanding of your ignorance, with the understanding of your unknowingness, you let the master to guide you. For that, you have to be listening. You have to be accepting. Then you will be receptive to the Master. Then your path is clear. An arrogant, disobedient student cannot be handled by the Master. Obedience is a must as the third need for the meditation to happen. Swacho. Then the mudu. Mudu means to be pliable, to be soft. Again, a rough character, a person who doesn't listen, person who is not pliable in the sense that you cannot direct him to the right direction. Mudu. Soft. Normal meaning is soft. But I tell you, according to the sutra, since this is the base for meditation, since this is the background for meditation, mudu here means pliable. That you can direct, you can change the person, you can change this person to the direction very easily. If a person is holding on to his past learnings, past understandings, past practice, it is very hard for that person to come to the present practice. That person is not pliable. He is holding on to the past. When a person is soft, that person is easy to direct onto the right track. In the normal life, we have to understand there are places to be soft, there are places to be rough. Yeah. If your children, if your people are going on the wrong track, being soft is not right. You have to be rough, and because it is also out of compassion. They don't know other words than your rough words. You have to use rough words. Once Buddha had this experience, group of monks came, 500. They were used to live in a village where the fishermen live. All the people in the village are normally shouting. They talk like they are shouting. So the monks also got used to it. When they came to visit Buddha at the temple, they talk like they are shouting. But temple is a place quiet, serene, which is a place for meditation. It is not a place for fishermen. But these monks are behaving like fishermen. Then Buddha, he just said, who are these people behave like fishermen? Send them away. Don't keep in this temple anymore. Buddha had to use those words and send them away. If Buddha was mudu, soft, these monks will never understand their mistake. These monks will never understand this behavior is wrong for the monastics. So on the right place, at the right time, you have to change. Being soft is not good for some people. They don't know your soft words. So use the rough words for them, but out of compassion. Here mudu means not just being soft, being pliable to the Master. Again, you know not, Master knows. So you let the Master to handle your path. You are ready to give up your knowledge, empty your cup, give up your past knowledge and come to the present teaching, present education of the meditation. Otherwise, I know even in the meditation centers, some people come, they know too much. Very hard to educate them, very hard to teach them the present practice because their past experience jumping onto the present practice and judge the present practice with the past knowledge. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You are just like riding two horses at once, riding two bikes at once, riding two boats at once. You are in danger. Right? You have to be pliable for the master to handle you, for the master to bring you to the present practice easily. Otherwise, you will be wasting a lot of time brooding over your past experience. Then you will lose some valuable time to practice the present practice, present meditation technique. So muddu. Third one, last one for today. Anatimani. Anatimani. Na atimani. Atimani means extra. Ati means extra. Proud. Extra pride. Ati. Na atimani. Not extra proud. Not very proud. Proud or conceit, right? Not extra conceit. Our conceit will vanish only when we become anagami. Remember, our pride will be still there. Sotapanna has pride. Sakadagami has pride. Only the anagami has no pride, no mana. There are several types of mana. First one is atimani, thinking that you are higher than everybody else. I am the best, I am the greatest, I am the king. Rest of the world is foolish. I am the intelligent one. That is superiority complex. Then atimani. Second one is, we can say hinamana. Hinamani. Hinamani means inferiority complex. Yeah. Then called samamani, or thinking that everybody is same. Or unbearable, your unbearability to accept that someone else also like you, similar to you. This one is anatimani. Anatimani means you have not that much of pride. The last one is that you have destroyed all the mana, all the conceit, all the pride. That is the last one. These types of mana, the measurement. Mana, the general meaning is measurement. Yeah. Anatimani, mana. Mana is measurement. But here, mana is conceit or the pride. These are the types of mana. Now here, Buddha says anatimani, because you just started practicing. Your practice is even not begun yet. It hasn't even begun yet. At this point, in this initial period, you just have to be less proud. Otherwise, cannot be controlled. Now you can see these 6 qualities. First one begins with clever, capable. Then upright. On the surface level, upright in the heart. These 3. The second 3 is suvacho. Suvacho is obedient. Mudu is pliable. And anatimani is humble or not much pride. Now first 3 can create pride. You are capable, you are upright, you are well upright or upright in the heart. You do what you say. Your pride can develop. To reduce or to create an equilibrium, Lord Buddha gives another 3 to create equilibrium in you. That is, to be obedient, to be pliable, and to be less pride. Yeah? You can see the Buddha is careful about the virtues, because those virtues themselves can create pride in you. Yeah? Buddha was careful about it. That is why he gave counter qualities to balance the former qualities. Otherwise, those qualities can lead a person in the wrong way. Okay? Yeah? Sadhu.